So what we're looking at here, on the screen currently is, it's kind of some intro art I decided to doodle up. It's not an official Rathnir event, but I thought I should just cover it really quick. The first official Rathnir PvP tournament was actually hosted by Zexus and Hub. I don't know if you guys knew that. Zexus and Hub, the two founding centers of Bardonia, actually hosted the first PvP tournament on Stoneworks. And Zexus actually won the tournament and beat Hub, and it was pretty funny. Not even Zexus expected that, so. Alright. So before we begin with, breaking down these official events, I just wanted to go over a couple topics. Since, this might not be related to everybody here, because I know that everyone here, might not be Bardonian, but I just wanted to kind of go ahead and just touch up on some stuff. The Bardonia reform. What am I come on, Bardonia came back. I mean, it turned into the Greater Siltor Empire, or merged into it, but whew, that was a close one, eh, guys? And we have I don't know if you guys heard, but there's some incoming Arcanist groups from Anarchy servers. Apparently there's this guy, he has a following or something. He posted about Stoneworks on Twitter. There's mixed opinions there. Mixed opinions. Most people just don't want them to come in. Which is understandable. Yeah, he was on for he may have been on for 5 seconds, but he still posted about Stoneworks on his Twitter. And that's, staff are gonna have to band together for that one. I wanted to touch up on it. I don't know if everyone saw it, but breaking news. I don't know if you guys heard about Robot Girly Man over there TPing his alt bandit account over to other players and trying to kill him. That's kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Kind of cringe. Not only that, but he wasn't punished or demoted or anything. So, I don't know what the call on that one was. I also heard that, you guys heard about the KOC fight, right? That KOC fight? People have been saying that the KOC actually brought in people off server to help in that fight, which, I don't know if you guys remember, people that have been around for probably about 2 months or more would know that that's against the rules. Okay, so Mobius just gave me an update. Apparently, all the guys that were called in for that, for the fight, were banned. Yeah, afterwards. So, that doesn't help the people who got shit stomped by a bunch of people who were just brought in for that fight. In my opinion, that war should be declared as, just give the win over to the other side because KOC cheated. Alright, anyways, something I wanted to go ahead and bring up. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but, the OG Durastarok has, begun being under development. I don't know if you guys knew this, but when I was playing the server, Durastarok was my baby. I was in, if anyone knew me during the Second Republic, I was always in Durastarok. You could always find me in Durastarok, because that's where the Durastarok market was, which is pretty much a whole other video. I want to make a another view going over the economy of Rathnir and how things have changed the different markets that shaped Rathnir's economy. Bardonia also got new Durastarok back thanks to our man Crazy over here, bringing back our old capital. I don't know which one's the capital. I don't know if it's Durastarok or New Durastarok. I'm not touching that one, so I'll let you guys decide. First things first, let's start off the show with a little bit of a game. Who wants to play a game? First one to, the first 3 to spam the Chancellor emote are going to be called up for this. First 3 to spam the Chancellor emote. We got one? Great. I see you. We got 1. We got 11 and we got magical. All right. So great 11 and magical. I'm going to have to ask everybody in the view chat to go silent for right now. Go completely silent. So this is what I got for you guys, okay? So we're going to play one of my favorite games that I host here. What I did was I went to Craigslist and I found an item. I took the item here and I'm going to post it. I'm going to slap it down on this MS Paint over here. And you guys are going to guess how much that this item was posted for. Now, I'm not posting free items, so don't guess free. But the way the game works is that if you go over the price, you automatically lose. So you can't go over the amount that this item is worth, or otherwise you automatically lose. But the closest one to the number is going to win a chance to spin the wheel. And when I say for your chance to spin the wheel, I mean that I'm gonna go ahead and spin the wheel. All right. So here's the item. We have an old school bell. Old school bell. It's a little hand ringer, you know, those things that people would ring to call in like the school students, like very far back in the day. Well, great, that's great, but I was gonna say I was gonna count down and everybody was gonna post it at the same time. But you kind of already set a standard there. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you retry that. So I'm gonna count down to 3. When I say 3, I need great, 11, and magical to go ahead and slap down how much they think that this bell is worth in U.S. currency. By the way, if you guys are foreigners, I'm sorry. I'm American, so I only know how to do American currency. All right. 1, 2, 3. 11, you got it! Well, you didn't get it, but you won. The bell was actually posted on Craigslist for $49. $49 for that fucking bell. Can you believe it? Oh, that would have been so close, Mobius, but you still would have lost that. All right. So, I'm going to put down 3 choices here. I'm going to put down a Doodle. I'm going to put down a Discord Nitro, and I'm going to put down a Stoneworks Bypass. Now, 11, if you already have Bypass, you can gift this to a friend if it lands on Bypass, or if you already have Nitro, you can gift it to a friend. You know, I'll help you out here. But if you get a Doodle, then you know, you get a Doodle, and we'll do the Doodle at the end of the view. So. And you get to tell me what to doodle, but nothing offensive, if you get what I'm saying. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and usually I would already have the wheel prepared on a browser that doesn't have all my personal shit on it, but I didn't prepare that this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin it. Let's see what you got. I promise I'm not cheaping out on you, 11 here, but it landed on a Doodle. Now, so, hold on here. Let me take a screenshot of it really quick, just so I just want to make sure that you know that I'm not scamming you here. Boop, Doodle right there. So we can come up with something during the whole thing, 11, and we'll go ahead and I'll doodle you something up at the end of the view. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. I wasn't here for the beginning of the server, but I'm almost positive the Halloween 2020 event was the first official Stoneworks event on the server. But I can't be positive. But the reason I think that was I'm pretty sure Stoneworks started up in September. So that it would only make sense that this would be the first event, since October is literally the month after. Alright, so the Halloween 2020 event was a weekend long. It involved like rituals, like you would have like people gathered around. They'd be like in a circle. There'd be like redstone on the ground or something. They'd be like trying to summon Herobrine. It'd be like something like this. Maybe they have like a pig in the middle. Yeah, something like this. And then they'd kill the pig. And then like Herobrine would pop out and be like, I'll grant you 3 wishes. Like a genie. And there was a pumpkin building contest about who can build the best pumpkin. Honestly, it wasn't my thing. I wasn't really a pumpkin builder. I don't know if you guys know this. I can only build blocks. I can't build anything else. You would think that would mean that I would be pretty good, you know, with Minecraft, since everything's blocks. But, you know, it turns out that people can make other shapes instead of just cubes in Minecraft. That's kind of crazy. So during this event, before the rituals, or during the rituals, a book of rituals written by Stony was dropped. This ritual book described what to do to perform a ritual to summon, I believe it was supposed to be a giant. The ritual consisted of plain note blocks, some redstone, some quartz, and there's a couple other things. I think there may have been like some kind of meat involved. And there was this whole thing that, you know, you were supposed to perform in front of Stony. And if you did it right, then Stony was supposed to summon a giant. We were supposed to kill it, and then it was supposed to drop a shit ton of XP. Well, turns out that I don't think it worked the way that Stony was thinking it was going to work. And when the giants were supposed to be summoned, they weren't summoning. So instead, I think he just summoned a iron golem and just had us kill the iron golem instead of the giant, which in my opinion is a little bit lower scale. But I'm pretty sure Stony came back and started like splashing XP pots on people and stuff, so I think that made up for it. You know, it's a little blurry. This is when the First Republic was still a thing, so it's a long time ago. So the pumpkins, you know, they were built for the pumpkin contest. People submitted them on the Discord. You know, it is what it is. Now that was like one of the days. Another day there was a scavenger hunt. Now let me tell you, you guys know I'm a little devilish, right? You guys know I'm just a little bit devilish. Well, during the scavenger hunt, some clues were kind of given out and placed. Well, you know what I did? Everyone was looking around in the same area. Me, being a fucking smart guy I am, you know what I fucking did? I took out a sign and wrote, "Go to the Nether Fortress," or some shit like that on the sign. I sent like half the server in the scavenger hunt to the Nether during the scavenger hunt. So, oh yeah, by the way, we did find it. We did find that the artifact that we were looking for was called the Fleshy Saber. Some of you may have heard of it. Anyone know what the Fleshy Saber is? It was actually found by Hub. And I'll just drop it here. I'm not going to go into detail, but the way we actually found it, or the way Hub found it, it wasn't really legit. I'll just leave it there. So we got the Fleshy Saber from the event, and after that, you know, it basically just it kind of just calmed down after that until the last day. So this is the biggest, in my opinion, this is the biggest event fuck up next to the whole Entropy event. This is the next biggest fuck up in the Rathnir Stoneworks history. So Stony made this giant fucking like mountain thing that had lava pouring down the sides. You know, it was crazy. Yeah, Ganova. Thank you. So it was Ganova. And at the top of this lava mountain, there was a chest that was filled with god apples and totems. But the thing is Enfys and Stony were, I think they were in creative mode with like knockback hose. And basically they were flying around summoning mobs and hitting people off the mountain. So we had to get up there to the chest without, with what we could. But let me tell you, this is where the fuck up comes in. When Stony was going to start the event, he forgot that entity cramming was a thing on the server at the time. I don't know if you guys know what entity cramming is. Yeah, there was like 20 withers, blazes, and ghasts everywhere. But I don't know if you guys know what entity cramming is, but when mobs get too close together in an area, it'll do rapid damage and kill one of the mobs. Well, the same thing was on for the players. And Stony TP'd every player on the server to the same location. And let me tell you, people fucking died. A lot of people died. So many people died. And actually, Dex OG, some of the older players might remember him. Dex OG actually was like one of the strongest players at the time. He had, so his axe called Blood Herxia, which had a shit ton of OP enchantments on it, because this was still back when custom weapons were a thing. So his axe Blood Herxia was like buffed out, like it had like arms with muscles on it. It was actually insane. But Xaxis, didn't you grab it? Didn't you actually loot his grave? And yeah, so Xaxis, one of the Bardonian senators, went into his dead ass grave and yoinked that fucking axe and ran for it. So Bardonia had Blood Herxia for the longest time. We got so much loot from that event. So many god apples. We got a good amount of totems. And, we just stored them in the Bardonian vault. And, it was a good event. But, one, it oversaturated the god apple and totem. The amount that was given out to the server. It oversaturated it to hell. So we had probably at least half a stack of god apples from that event. But yeah, so that was the 2020 Halloween event, and in my opinion, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So let's go ahead, and before we move on to the next event, let's do a popularity contest. You guys down for that? You guys down to do some judging? I know how you guys like to state your opinions. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop a statement in the chat. And I'm going to put 2 reacts to it. The first react is going to be for the left, and the second is going to be for the right. Now, the first thing I'm doing is I'm dropping some blocks. We have gravel versus andesite. Go ahead and vote. We're getting a lot for andesite. Oh, people really don't like gravel. Oh, I mean, I don't know what I expected, to be honest. They just kind of look similar to me, They just kind of look similar. Gravel and andesite, and just... Of course you love gravel 11. Alright, I mean, it's a clear winner here. Andesite just takes it. Andesite takes the cake. Alright, so this one might be a little controversial, especially since I'm in the Bardonia chat doing this. But, I'm all about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about this. And crazy, please don't take this harshly. I'm honestly doing this just out of curiosity. I'm not trying to start shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to start shit, crazy. So, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this right here. We got Durastarok versus New Durastarok. Oh, who put the fucking Bardonia icon? Fuck. I appreciate that, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and remove that because that's. What do you mean? No, we're using the thumbs up and the prey icons. There we go. Now you guys can vote. Durastarok versus New Durastarok. And go ahead and slap down a Bardonia react. You aren't Bardonian unless you slap down that Bardonia react. Crazy saying vote into your death sentence. Oh god. Wow, that was a huge shift. All of the New Durastarok votes went away. Okay, are you guys rigging it? Are you guys fucking rigging it? Yeah, somebody's removing the votes. Oh my god, it's being rigged. Somebody's rigging this shit. Come on, guys. Really? Okay, so instead of that, everybody just comment once what your vote is. Durastarok or New Durastarok? Drop it in the chat. ND or NDD Durastarok, whatever you want to say. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm counting the New Durastarok votes. 10. Duckburg's not on this comparison. All right, so we'll say we got 10 right now for New Durastarok. Let's see what we got for Durastarok. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. I mean, New Durastarok wins by a landslide. Fuck you guys for rigging it. Come on, guys. Come on. Like, we're supposed to be we're supposed to be truthful here. You know what I'm saying? Except you know, when Crazy's threatening to like kill you if you don't answer New Durastarok. I mean, I guess you guys should probably answer New Durastarok. All right. So the next time, okay. So this one is another controversial one. We have the Stoneworks dev team versus the Stoneworks admin team. No! Alright, are you serious? Did you seriously just take away the second react? Guys, stop fucking with the votes. It looks like literally nobody voted for the admin team. Is anyone voting for the admin team? Oh, we got one. Who was that? I'm gonna check. You aren't anonymous here. I'm checking. It was Crash Syndicate. I mean, okay, at least we have one person who's oh, it's a pity vote. Okay, that makes sense. I'm about to ban whoever voted for the admin. All right. I mean, so in this round of popularity contest, and decides the most popular block, New Durastarok is more popular than regular Durastarok, and the Stoneworks dev team is a lot better than the admin team, or at least better received. You need to stop, Preston. Come on. I had to react to that so other people could. Look. I present you with the options. I let the people choose, okay? I speak for the people, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, you guys like the dev team better. All right, calm down, everyone. Calm down. All right, we're gonna move on to another segment here. In this segment, I went through and messaged multiple people about some personal stories. Now these people are gonna be they're gonna remain anonymous, but this new segment that I made is called That's Fucked Up. And these are stories that are told by Stoneworks players that happen to them outside of Stoneworks. So, respectively, I'm going to go ahead and refer to the person who informed this. I'm going to keep the names anonymous. So Annan's dad was an alcoholic. Don't you hate when that happens? He'd get drunk and black out occasionally, and then Annan's friend showed up to Annan's house one night, saying that their dad's blacked out and going nuts. The friend's dad was literally streaming himself on Facebook, smashing things with an axe in the friend's garage, and the dad even smashed his own fucking hand. He was maniacally laughing the whole fucking time too. Not too long after, the friend's mom shows up and it starts talking with Annan's parents. 30 minutes later, the dad shows up. He's completely cool, completely normal. And they're like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna go back to the house then later. Not even 10 minutes later, the friend's back over at Annan's house because the dad is freaking out again. End result, the cops were called and the friend's dad was locked away in a mental hospital. Now that's fucked up. It's really fucked up. I feel bad for the kid. Alright, so let's continue back onto the events. So let's go ahead and cover Solsdum. Solsdum was a week-long event that got postponed halfway through due to Christmas peacetime. So Stoneworks, for some reason, thinks it's a good idea to go ahead and implement a peacetime for Christmas. I mean, that makes sense, you know, it's the holidays, but why would you schedule a week-long event that literally goes in the middle of this area during that time frame? It honestly makes no sense. I'm not going over that one or the Christmas event, because the Thanksgiving and Christmas events, they weren't really good. Nothing really happened. Yo, Kyborg, you should write it out and drop it to me in my DMs. It might pop up in the next fucked up segment, so I might use that for next show. Alright, so Solsdum. It's a week-long event that got postponed halfway for Christmas peacetime. It was a King of the Hill event. I don't know if you guys know what King of the Hill is. I mean, most of you do because you're gamers. But King of the Hill is basically you get on top of a hill and you secure it, and you kind of like hold it down. Well, the thing is that the King of the Hill area, it was made out of these bedrock pyramids that were slapped down in the world. There was 4 of them total, and there was one in the north, one in the east, one in the west, and one in the south. And essentially, how you would claim these pyramids is you would go to this top block up here, and you would slap down a sign on that block, and it would be checked at noon and at midnight. At noon and at midnight every day, it would be checked. Each pyramid would be checked to see which team was controlling it. Well, at this time, the Trillium was actually a thing. I don't know if you know this. The Trillium was a thing, and we were way too fucking buff. We were way too powerful, and we secured pretty much every pyramid every time for like the first 2 days. So Stony, wanting to, you know, have the event be played by, you know, anyone else that wasn't the Trillium, Stony went ahead and made the Trillium Alliance automatically win. So Trillium automatically won this event before it even finished, because the Trillium were just that strong. So the Trillium automatically won, and that made it so that way other groups could kind of come in. Well, apparently only 3 people from the Trillium can join or help another group. So that way, you know, essentially the Trillium just couldn't win, you know, all 3 spots, you know, because that would be broken. So essentially what happened, apparently for some reason, I don't even know why, Hub made a deal with Vrelia, and Hub was running around with like Vrelia with his dick out, like jerking off with Loki or Loki. And I have no idea why that was happening, because I had a better plan. My plan was to help Volcor. At the time, Volcor was run by Thinker. Boo, Thinker, boo. Yeah, weird guy. But at the time, we didn't know what we found out about him. We didn't know that yet. And at that time, Volcor was going to join. Yeah, I saw Thunder. At the time, Volcor was actually going to merge with Bardonia, and Thinker was supposed to become a Bardonian, part of the Bardonian Senate. So, but you know, that didn't go through. Anyways, but we were trying to get Volcor in second place, so that way we basically just got double prizes from the event. That didn't happen though, because Hub for some reason wanted to help Vralia out of the kindness of his heart instead of, you know, help Bardonia get stronger, which, I mean, typical Hub. But, I mean, Volcor got third though, so we still got another prize. So Trillium got first, Vralia got second, and Volcor got third at the event. Yeah, it's what Azexis said. It could have been fun, but it was shitty politics simulator. And that was partially my fault, because I was trying to do the Volcor thing to get double the loot. But yeah, I mean, that was basically Solsdum. It was just every noon and every midnight, the scores would be counted. If you jump on the Stoneworks wiki, they have the end scores. I actually disagree with that, Thunder. I don't think it's the best event idea. And I will actually get to the literal best Stoneworks event that has ever happened on the server. But before I do that, brace yourselves, everybody. We're going in. Time to talk about the Entropy Event. Oh, I'm going to need a drink for this one. Okay. The Entropy Event, by far, was the worst event in Stoneworks history, and it was widely disliked by everyone involved. It's hardly an opinion at this point. Nobody liked it. Like, and the people that did, they probably weren't even that involved with it, because it was a shit show. Entropy was originally meant to encourage roleplay, but it instead encouraged Entropy's followers to be toxic and commit rude and violent acts, including multiple accounts of griefing, banditing, and just kind of just being a dick. And it wasn't a good time. I don't know why they thought that this would be a good idea. The only people that had fun with the Entropy Event are the admins. The admins used the Entropy Event to basically make their own roleplay and force it on the server, is essentially what happened. And, you know, it got to the point where I just basically withdrew from the Entropy Event. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I was telling everyone, you know, I'm done with the Entropy Event. I'm not buying into this shit. It's stupid. So yeah, it was an overall shit show. The only redeeming factor, in my opinion, was how the communities banded together for a single cause that wasn't a coalition. It wasn't a coalition. But I mean, after the event, shields were given out to the nations that did help take down Entropy. Now, there's all this shitty lore that went behind it. You know, a lot of it was cringe and shit. Now, instead of going over the actual lore and making your ears bleed, I'm gonna go over my version of the Entropy Event, which I rewrote. You ready for this? Who missed my books? Who missed my books? Because I'm about to give you a little story time. You guys ready for story time with Uni? Now I'll let you guys know this isn't canon, but it should have been. In the pits of the void, an evil lurked. An evil that wanted to escape and take over Rathnir, making it her own personal playground. Entropy got this opportunity when Liliennan, the great Solian capital, was sunk. Using the chaotic energy from the sinking ritual released, she was able to escape the void and go into Rathnir. Although breaking free drained most of her energy, she went into hiding. While in hiding, she absorbed and collected the chaos energy in Rathnir. She thought that it would take forever until dun 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 Bardonian world conquest. The chaos erupted in Rathnir, the toxicity and hate brewed and fueled her. And the Chancellor's creation only escalated it. She was almost full power until Hemo from Pillars of the Sun was able to get the Chancellor under control. She sat there, grinding her teeth at 99%. And then, it happened. Bardonia took Ryzan, and the chaos from the Ryzani rebels fueled Entropy to 100%, and it started. Entropy appeared to nations, presenting her corrupted gifts, and only to her most loyal she would give one wither rose. Nations picked sides against Entropy, almost an even split, until Entropy pulled Bardonia into the mix. Entropy appeared in New Durastarok, where Solian in spirit Debbie attacked her. She struck down Debbie, the Solian in spirit, and stole the ancient Bardonian artifact that Debbie wielded at the time, Coda. In a fit of rage, Bardonia was first to declare a public war on Entropy. After the war was declared, a divine gift was bestowed upon the leader. A divine artifact that could damage Entropy. And a single word was described on the axe. Green. Uni, being well versed in the nations of Rathnir, knew who must wield this axe. Green Tomato was summoned to New Durastarok and brought to Uni's temple. Uni gave the divine axe to Green Tomato, informing him that he was the chosen one, the one to defeat Entropy. From there, Green Tomato traveled to Pillars of the Sun, escorted by Bardonia's best fighters. There, Green would receive potions and drinks to aid him in his fight from Hemo. Then it came. While the nations banded together to fight Entropy's henchmen and second-in-command, Green Tomato had a 1v1 face-off of Entropy, constantly dying and respawning, rushing Entropy over and over and over with his divine axe. No matter how many times he got slaughtered, he kept coming back. Entropy became exhausted, and Green, after what seemed to be hours, dealt the killing blow. He beheaded Entropy, causing her body and head to fade into the void, where she remains today. Legends say that an ultimate chaos can revive her, but if she comes back, we know we can rely on Green Tomato to defeat her once again. What'd you guys think? I think that one went a lot better than the actual Entropy lore. I think that should be canon. Better, awesome, canon. By the way, during the Entropy event, something I should mention was multiple people thought it was funny to sexualize Entropy, and I thought it was actually hilarious. The only reason I'm bringing it up was because I thought it was funny. People were talking about like Entropy hentai and shit. It was really funny. I don't know if that was actually made. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know if anyone actually made it, but if anyone did, it was probably Delatra. You guys remember Delatra? Alright, so I'm gonna slap something down for you guys. This right here has to be the best event that Stoneworks has ever hosted, in my opinion. And you guys, just from this drawing, might know what this event is. Any guesses? Any guesses? Deadwood Hotel. Bingo bango. The Deadwood Hotel, in my opinion, is what an event should be. It was perfectly created, the lore was amazing, and it brought the community together. There was no toxicity whatsoever during the Deadwood event. And doing that with Rathnir is hard to fucking do. So, for the people who don't know what the Deadwood is, let me break it down for you. It encouraged roleplay immensely. Multiple players from multiple nations were invited to participate in the Deadwood Hotel. and each player had their own like position in the story. They had their own thing they were doing. People would pair up into groups that didn't make sense. Like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but my character at the time, I was playing the Prophet. I was paired up with Hazel from Viadoxa. I don't know if you know that, if you know who Hazel actually is, but Hazel was played by Valen. So literally, myself and Valen were literally just running around this event together, working together to find clues and stuff. And to be honest, I don't know if you know this, like, straight up, but Valen and I, especially in-game, we've butted heads a few times. Because we're both very strategically minded, and, we sometimes disagree with what the other one is doing. But, yeah, no, honestly, the event was so much fun. I would, run into Mobius running around. I saw multiple people. I saw, DHVO, Mystic, Robot Girly Man. There's, the Verdonian Council at the time formed a Scooby Gang. Yeah, no, it was really cool. It was a nice little thing. And here's another thing: the deaths that happened at the hotel were canon. They were actual canon deaths. The people who died at the Deadwood Hotel, their characters died. And I thought that was another really important thing to kind of, to be, presented there, was that your characters could actually die. So, some information about it. The Deadwood Hotel was built by Dex OG and Alcathar. Dex OG, I don't know if you guys remember him. I mentioned him a little bit earlier. He's one of, the original, Stoneworks players. I know people have mixed opinions on him, but I personally think Dex is a really nice guy, and, and shouldn't be really judged for what he did in character. So Dex OG and Alcathar built the hotel, and on the technical side, the event was worked on by Dex and Moy. So I mean, a lot of the staff were kind of chipping in on this. Alcathar, I don't even know if he was staff at the time. But Dex and Moy's one of the devs and also a close friend of mine. And all the books and storyline of the event, there were a shit ton of books in there. All of the books and storyline were written by Dex. Dex wrote all the lore for the event and all the storyline for the event, and it was very well put together. I was very immersed in the event, and no other Stoneworks event has really done this. Honestly, this was some D&D Dungeon Master level shit here. The staff were also directed by Dex. Dex told the staff what to do and how to play their roles. And the thing is, just so you guys know, this is how crazy this event was. They started working on this in early June, and it was executed on July 10th. That was a month. A fucking month that it took for this. I know that the Deadwood Hotel construction was a little bit earlier than that, but the actual event took a month to plan, and it was executed soon after. So, I mean, props to Dex. He did amazing. Stop looking for Entropy hentai. I don't think it was actually made. So, Mystic and DHVO were both dead. Mystic was the leader of TE at the time, and DHVO was the Lord of Oron's Peak. And they were both found dead in inside and outside the Deadwood Hotel. After looking through the Deadwood Hotel for lore and clues, it was revealed that the host of the hotel was a lich, and had tricked Robot Girly Man's character, Theodore, into killing DHVO and Mystic. So DHVO and Mystic were actually murdered by Robot Girly Man's character, Theodore. So, and soon after, the characters also found out they were stuck in the hotel until they find and destroyed the Lich's phylactery, which is basically what gave him his immortality. Near the end of the event, the guests confronted the Lich in the tombs, where the Lich had a nice evil villain monologue about immortality, and then they destroyed the phylactery and the Lich died. The event was a huge success thanks to Dex, and I know I'm really jerking him off here, but Dex did amazing on this event. And what's crazy is right after the event, bam, he retired from the staff. And I think it's funny because right after he retired from the staff, he called out all of the lazy staff that didn't do anything. He called them out and called them little bitches. So I think that's really funny. So yeah, I mean, straight up, I mean, that's basically the history of Rathnir events. Those were the big ones. Those were the bigger events. Now, if anything happened since then, I wouldn't know because I haven't really been involved with the server that much. I'm more of a historian, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one who keeps you guys connected with the past. I'll fill you in on shit that happened beforehand. And before I go ahead and start doodling 11's prompt, let's do a question and answer. This is just going to be overall shit. It doesn't have to be about events. It could just be questions to just overall questions regarding anything that happened previously in Rathnir, nations, politics, relations, characters, etc. So the floor is open. Thoughts on Ulfing? In character or out of character? Because I had in character thoughts about Ulfing and out of character thoughts about Ulfing. In character, I saw Ulfing as a threat, and I wanted them removed. And to be honest, if that coalition didn't come up, I probably would have made a move on to get rid of Ulfing. If that coalition didn't come up and wipe us out, I'm not gonna lie. Out of character, I think Ulfing's awesome. I love hanging out in their chat and shit. Sexy Canadian and the guys over there, they're honestly super cool guys, super chill. How did it feel having a responsibility of almost 200 to 300 people on my shoulders? It was heavy. It was heavy. I carried it. I carried it for as long as I could, but I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't deal with it. It overcame me, especially, I could have dealt with it if I didn't have people trying to destroy me, especially people who were on the staff team trying to destroy me. I was literally carrying 200 to 300 people on my back while having political enemies poke at me and the server staff poke at me. So it was just an attack from all sides, and I had no other choice but to fall. Thoughts on CB griefing Durastarok? Honestly, griefing in general is just cringe. When I originally went into the Chancellor mode, it was because Durastarok was griefed. Durastarok was blown up, and I wanted to repay that to Polaris and Sumer by blowing up their shit, to show them that blowing up shit doesn't get you anywhere. That it's honestly, it just makes you feel like shit, and it ruins the fun. So I wanted to show them that while playing a Disney villain character. But Sumer actually, I don't know if you knew this, but Polaris didn't back down. Polaris kept poking and harassing me during the thing, and that's why I blew up Jamestown and Duragrad. But Sumer actually came to me and talked to me. They talked to me, they apologized, and they set up a thing to have the terrorists who bombed Durastarok cannonly executed. So we went through with that, and I didn't even touch Sumer because they came up to me and presented me with an actual deal. They were even trying to make it like a role play, which I really loved. I really loved that. but we weren't able to really find out like a way that we could do like a war role play, because of like the way that Sumer worked. So, when I was the prophet, I was basically the emperor of Bardonia. I led the Third Empire, I believe, as the prophet. The prophet is also a kind of head figure in Dandalism, which is Bardonia's religion, which I basically wrote. I know that people have kind of like readapted or are like readjusting Dandalism again, that's what I've heard. So I say good luck for it because Dandalism has always been a little iffy to me. We hadn't even. I was waiting for Zexus to write about Dandalism forever, but he never sent me the shit, and he never put it on a wiki. He never put it in text. He kept it mostly in his head. But it just got to the point where I was just sick of people saying that Bardonia didn't have a religion, that I fleshed out Dandalism so it could count as a religion. And that's actually where the prophet idea came from, was the fact that I was trying to give Bardonia a solid religion. That's where I was going to put my focus. Do you believe you were the most successful leader in Rathnir? If not, who was? But success as a leader is a lot different from a lot of other stuff. I can't say I'm the most successful leader, and to be honest, I can't really pick the most successful leader, because I'm going to be honest here, leading's hard. Leading takes a lot of discipline, and it takes people who, trust the leader enough to, follow them. I don't think anybody is the most successful leader. Now, if we were to reword the question and say who was the most impactful leader, I would definitely say I was. I would say because I'm going to be honest with you guys, in the eyes of everybody else, I was the bad guy. I was the villain. And I did make myself out like that on purpose, because everybody loves a good villain until, they don't. But that's mostly just the salty people who couldn't get with the roleplay. Is it true you tried to find a way to kill Athas, and did anything come of it? Yes, there is a way to actually kill a god. In roleplay, I shifted through the Bardonian vaults and I found a ritual called the Ritual of Red Dandelions. It's an old Bardonian ritual that's basically what you would do is you would surround a town in red dandelions, aka roses, or not roses, poppies. You would surround a town in red dandelions, and red dandelions come of basically dandelions dipped in blood, by the way. You would surround the town with that, and everybody that's within that circle of the red dandelions have equal power. So basically, it takes away any special effects, any immortalities, and it basically levels the playing field with that ritual. I mean, yeah, I'm just sharing it because nobody asked. I mentioned it multiple times when I was the prophet that there was a ritual to like level the playing field. Yeah, but that ritual it takes away all deity powers, all entity powers, any immortality, and it basically all of that, and it basically just makes it so that way you guys are just two people just chilling there. Any powers or anything are gone. Like my original character Uni, who could open up portals to the void, if Uni were in that circle, he wouldn't be able to do that. He wouldn't be able, even though it's part of his race to be able to generate portals to the void, that ritual would make it so that way he couldn't open portals to the void. Oh, DHBO's here. DHBO, check this out. Look, you're in third place. I made a drawing of you. You like it? Is there some prayer you gotta say, or just dip the dandelions in blood and trap the god? Well, it's not about trapping. They could walk out of the circle easily. That's the thing. It's just while you're both inside of that circle, it doesn't prevent you from leaving. That's the thing. It's not a trap. It's a zone. And it does go from like top Y to bottom Y. So if somebody's underground and you bring them to like an area, and those those like bloody dandelions are in a circle on the surface, it would count in that underground area. So you could technically trap them using an underground trap. Favorite Rathnir nation besides Bardonia? Oh, that's hard. There's so many good ones. Like, honestly, there's really fucking good nations out there. Like, if we're talking about nations themselves and not the people, because I can't pick a favorite nation based on people. If I were to pick a favorite nation, it would be based on, like, what I like about their culture and their religion and, like, stuff like that. I would probably say my favorite nation besides Bardonia would probably have to be Hoytka. And I'm not trying to, like, jerk off my allies or whatever. Like, honestly, I really like just the Hoytka lore, how they run their government, and just how they do shit over there. Even if it is scuffed, I still like it. I like it feels like there's a lot of tradition over there, and I've always had a respect for Hoytka and the way they ran things. I mean, next to Hoytka, I know, like, people might cringe at this, but next to Hoytka, I'd say actually Vrelia. I honestly love the, like, secrecy and, like, kind of like the bookkeeping that Vrelia has going on over there. The way that they're, like, really low key and they, like, stay out of conflicts. It's like they're always in the shadows, and I honestly love that about Vrelia. And then probably the last one would be Original Asharia. Original Asharia, in my opinion, was really fucking based. The way that I know everyone has some different opinions and conflicted opinions on Sieg, but I would still say that the way that Sieg built Asharia and the way he ran it was very inspirational, actually, the way he ran things over there. And I feel like I kind of looked towards Sieg for inspiration of how I wanted to, like, build my own empire in a way. Favorite Stoneworks moment in general? My favorite Stoneworks moment, smack down. No, for me personally, the best Stoneworks moment was during the Trillium War, where me and Whiskey were fighting each other in the water trench. It was the coolest moment because we were having a literal duel in the middle of a war. Both myself and... Okay, it may have been cringe, but it was cool as fuck, DHVO. It was badass, okay? Whiskey and I are both influential characters in Stoneworks. And just the fact that our characters would meet on the battlefield and fucking start dueling it out was badass. Alright, so, favorite war and why is it the Golden one? Because the Golden War is the best war, period. The Golden War was the... both Bardonia and Uldrash were very nice to each other. Even though there was a lot of shit talk going back and forth, we still realized we were in a game. This was before people became overly toxic. Uldrash and Bardonia were super chill with each other. We fought a war. We knew it was a war, and we fought it. We did the best. We did the best we can. They blew up our shit and stuff, but we didn't care. We just rebuilt it. We didn't, like, bitch about them for it. And, we won the war. And Uldrash, they were very respectful. We met up at Grizzly Bear, and, we agreed to the terms of their loss, which was how they originally released the the mesa. And then Bardonia made sure that their part of the mesa was public for everybody to mine in. When's Chance 3? I mean, anybody can make Chance 3. Go for it. Go for it, guys. But you're going to have to beat up Hub to do it, because I'm pretty sure Hub owns the land that that Chance is on. Alright. So, I'm going to close the Q&A portion. And let's go ahead and go over to some doodles. Alright. So 11. What you got for me? 11. DM me that skin. DM me what that skin looks like, because I can't remember. But in the meantime, it's really dank, so I'm gonna do it. I'm going to draw I'm actually gonna draw a parody of the Blue Album, but instead of Weezer, it's gonna say Bardonia, and it's going to have some Bardonia people on it. All right, so who wants to be on here? You are in Bardonia scene. You know what? Actually, I'll do some senators. I'll do some senators or something, or maybe like previous leaders. But first, I was sent the ghost 11. Actually, no, that's just 11 skin. Okay, I'll just draw him as a ghost using his regular skin. All right, let's go. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go. Bam! Look at this. 11 ghost. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one. SK. Yeah, nah, that's a negative. Anybody can be that guy. No, they can't. I'm the only one. All right. We'll go ahead and start off with a bit of rock music. Everything is fine. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen. Young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Yeah. You're a teaser, you turn him on, leave him burning and then you're gone. Looking out for another, anyone will do. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen. Young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Digging the dancing queen. I looked out this morning and the sun was gone. Turned on some music to start my day. Then I lost myself in a familiar song. I closed my eyes and I slipped away. It's more than a feeling when I hear that old song they used to play, and I begin dreaming till I see Marianne walk away. I see my Marianne walking away. So many people have come and gone. Their faces fade as the years go by. Yet I still recall as I wander on, as clear as the sun in the summer sky. It's more than a feeling when I hear that old song they used to play, and I begin dreaming till I see Marianne walk away. I see my Marianne walking away. When I'm tired, I'm thinking cold, I hide in my music, forget the day, and dream of a girl I used to know. I closed my eyes and I slipped away. She slipped away. It's more than a feeling when I hear that old song they used to play, and I begin dreaming till I see Marianne walk away. Rickroll? You guys want me to sing Never Gonna Give You Up? We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't you tell me. Yeah, okay, I messed that part up. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie. Hurt you. Ooh, give you up. See, I know the harmonies. Ooh, give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Give you up. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we know what, we both know what. Yeah, the game, and we're gonna play it. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Yeah. All right. So I'll say that's it for this view. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. But other than that, for right now, it's over. It's over. You guys can go now. See, look. Stream's closed. Goodbye, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you keep those view pings on, so that way you guys get pinged by me all the time. I'll catch you guys later, and have a wonderful weekend.